So the TikTok ban, and it's too bad John's not here because I'd like to get his opinion on this. So, Biden signed the law that saying that the TikTok ban law or whatever. Let's see. Wednesday. Okay, Biden signed on Wednesday a law that would ban TikTok unless it was sold within a year. In the most serious threat yet to the video streaming app's future, the United States intensifying America's war with China. Still, the law is not expected to cause any immediate disruption to TikTok. Its forthcoming legal challenges. Yeah, so it's going to earliest that they would be forced to, I think I remember reading, would be January of next year or April of next year, something like that.
That's 9 months.
But yeah, so I'm curious to know, what do you guys think of this? And do you think TikTok will be banned? I'll start with you, Jeremy, since you're right next to me on my screen.
Yeah. I think it's bad. Before we even get to the legal effects, politically speaking, for Joe Biden, it's obviously bad. He just got on the app. A lot of Democrats, like Jeff Jackson, for example, use the app to reach out to their community and reach people beyond just their constituents in their district. It's an app, unlike Facebook and Instagram Reels, honestly, has offered a lot of left-leaning people a platform, and is certainly going to stifle Democratic efforts to at least get out the vote in November, right? It's generally a bad thing for Biden to do. And it's a bad look because people like the TikTok app. There's 150 million Americans that are on it. Legally speaking, I don't know if it's going to fully go through. I know TikTok, or ByteDance itself, is challenging the law on, I don't know exactly what the legal grounds are, but they are challenging it in the court. So we'll see if anything goes if anything happens there. I think they also are exploring selling TikTok without the algorithm packaged in the sale, meaning they would just sell the IP itself, sell the TikTok brand, but the algorithm they would keep and probably use for a different social media platform, or just keep it to themselves, which would mean TikTok would probably just get worse if Meta owns it or something like that.
Oh, God. Could you imagine? I know.
I don't know what's going to happen. This passed as a part of a broader national security bill, which I think is just laughable. But who knows? I don't think it's anything good for Joe Biden. I don't think this can mean anything good for him. It's not going to help.
Oh, it's not good electorally. I just the amount of people that I've seen get on and be like, "You'd really do this right now?" And it's like, yeah. What the fuck are we doing, dude? And I can't speak to the legality of the ban itself. I think people have called it extortion. I would like to think that it's not legal to tell somebody, "Oh, you have to sell." It's either ban or sell. If it was just an outright ban, I think, yeah, it's going through and it's sticking. Maybe there's an argument in the courts. I have no faith in the courts. I'm just going to put that out there. I haven't since, a little before Roe v. Wade was overturned. But I at this point in time, I do think that the ban goes through. Interesting you say that they'd sell the app, not the algorithm. I'd much rather they give the algorithm to, I don't know, Instagram Reels, and I just swallow my pride. And start scrolling. But, man, it's not here for small businesses.
Yeah. 3 guys talking about TikTok. We have no personal stake in TikTok whatsoever.
3 guys who got their following on TikTok.
Completely objective commentary.
Yeah. Yes, we don't know the first damn thing about this TikTok.
Exactly,
I don't know. It wouldn't affect us at all. If I show up in a Burger King shirt tomorrow, you'll know what happened and everything. But so the legal defense for it, you guys mentioned, you don't know what the legal defense would be. I mean, it's just Your Honor, this is fucking bullshit would be my legal defense, because it obviously is. Right? It's extortion is a great word for it. It's exactly what's going on. Now, I agree 100% with Joe Biden mystifies me in a lot of ways, because I can't he's not a stupid guy. He's not dumb, and he's also. He knows how politics work. I mean, despite all the shit we give him, whatever, he has made it in politics for 60 years now. It's not like he doesn't know what he's doing. So I, for the life of me, don't understand what his incentive is to do this during an election year. Even if you were dead set on, yeah, I think this TikTok is an actual national security threat, yada, 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 knowing that a huge percentage of your base, hell, just Americans in general, really like this app. Why would you be the guy in charge? You saw we shit on congressmen and senators who are against it or who want to ban TikTok or whatever. But you're the top dude. They're gonna direct that anger towards you. There's no way it helps you. Who's the voter that's making their decision in November that's like, yes, I'm so glad Joe Biden signed that TikTok ban. Now I'm definitely voting for him. Like, that's the thing with Biden is that I'm annoyed when he doesn't have the fucking common decency to lie. Just fucking lie. You know, just like you don't have to mean any of this shit, but just the virtual signal on it is pretty impressive. I mean, pretty important. And I agree with Gage here talking about how even if this does go through, that they might actually, maybe Jeremy said that they might just sell it instead. And because China says they're not going to. I checked before the show, and like Reuters put out something like 2 hours before the show started that China says, no, we ain't selling shit. It's not good, but that could be just bluster and everything. But the reason I think that they will is because they did run across this before with GRINDR, which is a Chinese app. Yeah, GRINDR's a Chinese app. Yeah,
it's a Chinese app.
It was a Chinese app, and
can't get rid of that one. Too many congressional Republicans rely.
Too many. They had too much. Hold on, let me see. I was gonna find it. I'm pretty sure it was 2004 when this happened.
Damn, the Chinese are turning the American public gay.
They did, yeah. It's a national security issue that we have. The populace is getting too fabulous. And let me see. Hold on, I'll see if I can pull it up here.
Wow, what a fucking piece of trivia.
So I don't know if you guys can read that, but all right. So yeah, GRINDR has been sold. This was March of 2020. GRINDR has been sold by its Chinese owner after the U.S. expressed security concerns. GRINDR has been sold by its Chinese owners. The sale comes after U.S. government committee expressed national security concerns about Beijing's ownership of the app last year. They sold it for $608 million. They originally bought GRINDR in 2018. But the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States reportedly informed that its ownership of GRINDR was a national security risk. All right. Who believes that? Who fucking believes that? And so, my guess is that since China did this with GRINDR, and that's just one that I know of. I'm sure it's happened other times too, but that this is not their first time seeing this movie where they get something that's successful in the United States. But this happened in India. Like TikTok, India did ban TikTok, and it had a lot of users there too. And China's like, no, we're not going to sell it. But the United States has a lot more money than India, so I don't know. It's just interesting to see where it goes. But I'm not sure. What do you guys think about?
Was the U.S. having like necessarily more money or like a higher market? I'm not sure that like I know we have 170 million users here.
Something like that.
I'm not sure about those numbers in India, but I know there are quite literally billions.
A lot more people
worldwide. And like with that's what makes me think like there cannot be enough market share here in the United States for them to justify selling the app to us, or even selling a US version of the app to us, because then that gets rid of the algorithm. It's out of their hands. It's clearly what they want. Unless TikTok Shop is fucking popping off here, which I can't see happening. I don't know if there's an economic argument for them to get rid of it.
I mean, the only reason I could think Joe Biden would do it, I guess two reasons. The first one is the national security concerns, which is that China, the CCP, could get American data and influence what we see on our For You page or whatever. But that to me is strange because
free Meta already sells it to them.
Right. That's my point. Is like China can just buy our data from other places and then use that data to do whatever they want to do. And then I guess the other reason he could be signing on to the bill to sell it is an economic reason for the United States, because if TikTok is sold to the U.S., presumably owned by a U.S. CEO, billionaire company, whatever, then that makes money for U.S. businesses. But even that seems like a strange reason to sign the bill if that's all that it is, especially because this idea was first fronted by Donald Trump. So I have no idea why Biden wants to sign on to this so bad. It's an app that would be good for mobilization on his side of the aisle. It just doesn't make sense.
I think maybe it comes down to sort of like a big tech lobby thing. Big tech in America does not like that TikTok is like, I don't know, the #1 social media app. It's what everyone cares about. Like I said, I'd rather die than scroll on Instagram Reels for hours. And don't even get me started on Facebook Reels. You'll never catch me on there.
YouTube Shorts?
YouTube Shorts? Every YouTube Shorts comment section is hell.
Yeah. Including ours.
Yeah, YouTube comments in general are hell. I don't know why that is. I can't quite figure this out, but I figured out when I joined the show, and then I started my own channel. Power's taken, not given on YouTube, guys. Follow it. Oh, actually, you're probably watching it now. But anyway, yeah, it's YouTube channels are like comments are like 90% right wing. I don't even read them anymore. It's like why do I like, how is this possible? How are there this many right wingers out there?
I saw you, the Left Wing Pod had a couple of videos that got like 2,000, 3,000 views recently, and I was just checking those out. The comments are ridiculous. Like,
yeah, I haven't read them. I sure don't read them. I don't know what they said, but I know it's awful, man. It is just terrible. But that doesn't make sense, right? I mean, all right,
it's called the Left Wing Pod. Like, what?
It's called the Left Wing Pod. This is all right. So we're going off. Like, I love going into. I love talking inside baseball with content creators and shit because you don't get to do this shit in real life. But I started another podcast with some people who went to the same like crazy Christian school that I went to as a kid, and we were having a discussion on there, and it's like, well, we don't want to scare away, too many people to our right. We're trying to get the audience up. Like, listen, I've been doing this content creation thing for a couple of years now, and I'll tell you something about right wingers. They love to hate watch. They love it, and I don't get it. I can't imagine like pulling up my phone and then just scrolling through and watching like a dozen like Daily Wire videos. Like, why would I do that to myself? But they live for this shit. Like, they really do.
YouTube Shorts of all places. Of all places. What are we doing?
I don't get it. I don't understand it at all.
There'll be times when I will like watch a Ben Shapiro or a Michael Knowles video or something, but I do that specifically because I do this shit.
Exactly.
And I want to be able to talk about what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And I also do it to like, it's like watching film, how like football players or basketball players will watch film. Like, I'm studying their arguments so I can know what I need to understand if I ever hear similar talking points. But I would not do that if I wasn't doing this. There's no reason for me to do that otherwise. Like, I'm a special case, but Republicans love that shit.
Well, and I was gonna ask, could you imagine like I'll see random videos and stuff like the thing I just saw, like with that interview with the Zionists or something, or I'll see a political official, or I'll see like Ben Shapiro make a clip or something. I sure as hell am not searching through C-list right-wing stuff, like regular ass and then leaving like a stream of comments is like, why are you doing this? Like, what? Like, who hurt you as a kid? I don't. It's right wingers gotta watch for the daily dose of rage. Look,
absolutely.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like, you're not wrong at all. They love being upset about something. I thought
wild.
Yeah, that is crazy shit. I don't understand. But
it's like, bringing it back to TikTok, dude. TikTok is the only platform we post on where we reliably have comments that are not explicitly right wing. Instagram is a little bit better than YouTube Shorts. Instagram, I guess we've started to hit the algorithm a little bit more, kind of, with our own audience. Comments have been a bit nicer. But I want to say for like a solid 2 years, anytime an Instagram reel got like 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 views, it's a billion people. Get a fucking job. Why are you wearing socks? If this is your work, dress like it's work. What are you doing? And it's like, brother.
It's like, for the life of me, I don't understand it. I don't get it at all. This is what, like, so what sucks about TikTok is, so I figured this out too early on that, for some reason, a lot of your comments are just gonna be a bunch of right wingers, calling me a thick-lipped monkey or whatever, or some shit and everything. And I'm like, okay, look, I'd rather not read this shit. TikTok doesn't really give you the choice. Like, when you open it up, boom, there are some comments. And so I try my best to but every once in a while, because I feel stupid, like getting into traps, arguing with people in the comments. And Facebook, when you said this, Jerry, about like how they could sell the app without the algorithm, I hadn't heard that. But God, I mean, if everything was Facebook and Instagram, like TikTok is just better. It's just better. I can't tell you how it's better, but it seems pretty simple. But the way the entire app is structured and how the algorithm works, infinitely better than anything I see. I mean, YouTube's pretty good. Honestly, YouTube's pretty good. I'm not too upset with my YouTube feed or whatever. But man, if it went to Zuckerberg and everything, who did you see the video, the picture of Zuckerberg in a beard? As a side note, there, you guys see that?
Yeah,
dude. It's
The
like
blow up is crazy.
there's like this weird inverse relationship between Zuckerberg and Musk, and how every day Musk looks worse and worse and worse, and Zuckerberg looks better and better and better. It's like he's sucking the life out of him or something.
Well,
Like
he
it's pretty
probably
fun to
lives
see.
off watching that guy fail. So do
Oh
I. But
God!
like,
Oh man! Like
Yeah, his
it's-
life force is increasing. Yeah.
yes. It's like if you ever read Bram Stoker's Dracula, it's really funny looking at it from like a modern lens, because like they're introducing you to the lore of the modern vampire story or whatever, and the guy's like, yeah, I showed up here and Dracula. It's weird that his eyes are red. That's kind of odd. Don't meet people with red eyes too often. And I woke up in the morning and I had two like bite marks on my neck, which is strange. And Dracula was like really sick and frail when I met him, but every day he gets stronger and stronger, and I'm getting weaker. I was like, okay, then what's going on? But that's exactly what's happening with Musk and everything. That he's just like he's literally draining the life force away from from Zuckerberg, and it's pretty fun to see. I don't know. Anyway. All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Well, we'll cut out the show here. We kind of went off the rails there, but it's fun. It's fun shit. We already did the plug and everything. We appreciate you coming on. Anything you want to add? Anything to end the show with?
well, since TikTok's being banned, we're also heading the office on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Hit us up there in 9 months when you can't watch us on TikTok no more.
I do want to say. Oh, go ahead, Jeremy.
I was just agreeing. Yeah.
I wanted to say a couple things about you guys. The show is fantastic. I first ran across you guys on TikTok. Amazing content. I've always loved it. I was very excited to find out that you guys followed me back then and have here. And I've caught on to a few, because I watched some of you guys' shows, like your long form shows you put on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And I've caught on to a few like running gags you guys do, like
it's
the Hito Boys.
Containment.
The Hito Boys. It took me a while. You guys because I thought you meant like hedonists. That's how much of a fucking nerd I am. I was like, oh, they mean hedonists? It's like, oh no, it's like okay, Hito, I get it. And then I remember the first time I saw you guys do like a break in the show or something, you're like, man, no 5-star reviews. I can't believe we don't have any 5-star review. And so I went over, I was like, wait, but they have a ton of them. What are they talking about? And then I saw another show. Man, can you believe it? I was like, God, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. That's great. So I love a good running gag, and you guys are great at it. And say what?
I just appreciate that, man.
Oh, no problem at all. But yeah, I can't recommend them enough. If you guys trust my judgment, and you should go check out their show. So appreciate it, guys. We'll catch you later. Have a good day.